Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the UL Monroe Warhawks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Warhawks will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Trojans offense comes onto the field first today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Okay, ready?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Thurman. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Snagged in the middle. It's Rodgers. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Makes a pass to Marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, I love the physicality there. Backed up deep down in your own end. We're going to have to get hats on hats and give our running back an opportunity to make somebody miss, use that speed. I don't know if they were necessarily anticipating a long run like that, David, but hey, they just completely flipped the field.
Yeah, and a bad job by the defense because you are anticipating run. You know offensive coordinators don't want to drop back, throw the football out of their own goal line where they could get a safety. They want to hand it off, create some space, so you didn't meet that physical challenge. You knew the run was coming. Got to do a better job.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Got his man in the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. The sure hands, it's Thurman. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the 1st down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Trojans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Catch in the middle, it's Bryant. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Boyd. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the run, it's Ellison. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Buying some time. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Under fire. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Hold. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Got it. Here we go. The hand to the running back. Gives him a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going to ride this running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clemens. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Clemens. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They'll run it. Quick spin on the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
He'll set up to throw. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Torretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. They're trailing by 10 to NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the move, it's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. This pass is caught by the back, but not inbounds, and it'll be fourth down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Warhawks will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times. So much for the wet ball drill. He muffed it, and it's loose.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Trojans come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Clemens. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Trojans. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Shakes off the defender. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Touchdown, Warhawks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps... within striking distance now going into the 2nd half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Veterans Memorial Stadium.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And the Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Warhawks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll down this ball just a little shy of the 50. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Power football with the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Boyd. Bounced right back to them.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are played.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Ready? Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Give to the single back. Got the 1st down and more. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Miami is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. Man, the U is staring at a big fat L right now. They're trailing by 17 to NC State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. What a cut. Now he's loose. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Warhawks will line up to punt it away. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. Had a little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Going right to work up top. Got a man, it's Boyd. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. UL Monroe has him back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Those 3rd and medium calls needed 4 there, and they got it using the quick passing game.
And I think, Reese, on those 3rd and short situations, I think you also know the ball's going to come out quickly. And you got to take away that quick stuff right now. But the QB gets the football, immediately sees the slant, easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped him.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up top.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, UL Monroe. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, and put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterback
breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Fires to the big fella.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback moving. Fires downfield. Found the spot in the defense. Just like that, a huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Going to sling it on second down. Looking to scramble. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by 10 to NC State. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Warhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that...
Flying out to the left. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Warhawks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time.
There he goes. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. That's caught. It's Tate. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Clemens. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
Okay,
the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Turning it on. Pass attempt. Touchdown, Troy. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. Guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, lead the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. The quick out. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Makes the catch. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Troy.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Bring in the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.